first stash spot today is just north of the Giralto Lake you see here. Got the edge of the map, and the Giralto Lake, just north of it, is a great crate barrel stash. So it's just going to be just north of that lake, right over here in this kind of bushed hill near the edge of the map. We got all these shrubs and stuff, so I'll show you exactly where it is. All right, so here we are on the north side of that Giralto Lake. Lake's around down in this area, so we are on this kind of hill. To the left of us going downhill would be the edge of the map. But this is one of my favorite stash spots for crates and barrels even. Me and my old crew on console did a lot of hanging out in Giralto. It was kind of our main area where we'd base a lot and kind of be our main hub. So I found this spot for myself, and it's always done me well. So being on the north side of the lake, on the hill left of us is the edge of the map. We're just going to go down to pretty much any of these bushes on this hill, going down the hill towards the lake. I find any thicker bushes kind of like this, any row like something like this underneath. Down here is really great, like this bush. So what I would do, just find something nice and bushy like that, and you have your crate, and it's all about where you place it. So basically, I mean, you could use a couple bushes for this. So we're just gonna stand in the bush, drop the item, and there we go. Now, you might want to just play with it a bit, fix it up a little so it's not as visible, but yeah. Like I said, pick it up, throw it down a bit, and find the perfect little spot that you think looks good. I'll usually drop it, and then I'll come out of the bush and just give an all-around look, as if I were coming down the hill. See, that to me looks really good. Barely see it this way, but I mean, when you're running down this hill, I don't think you're really looking too much into it, but there it is right in there. So again, this is another one of my favorite spots. You can stick barrels in here as well. There's multiple bushes down these rows that are pretty bushy on the bottoms, where you can hide crates very well. Even green barrels, if you want, kind of meshes in well with the shrubbery. So yeah, lots of area down this hill. I like to do it more closer to the tree line to stash them more in the bushes over here, as opposed to the ones near the edge of the map. Edge of the map is a well-known place to be circling around on a map to try to find stashes and bases. But yeah, there you go. First on the list is north of Giralto Lake, in these bushes kind of close to the tree line opposite of edge of the map. Lots of crates, barrels, and there's our first spot. Alright, so our next stash spot is also in Giralto. It's going to be this yellow 2-story house in front of us. Here's the church in Giralto, so it's just going to be what they call kitty corner from the church in Giralto, this yellow 2-story house. So let's go take a look. So my buddy had this stash here for a very long time in such a open space, and a spot you would think would never work, but certainly worked for a very long time while we were playing on our server for months and months and months. We would constantly stash here, and it was fucking brilliant because it was in your face but not in your face. So it was great. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so here we are in front of the 2-story yellow house across from the church. So back of the house, we already have our green barrel ready to go and spawned in. So back of the house, we'll see this little shed. This bush right here. He's had this for I don't know how long, and every time it just was brilliant. So he positioned it pretty good. You're gonna have to fuck around with it for a bit. But yeah, I mean, obviously you want it to be a green barrel. You still can access the barrel, get in there, close the lid. I mean, you could play with it even more to get it a little more camouflaged, but I think that's brilliant. Again, let's do a little walk around. From here, you can't even see it, right? Even if you're just going to like loot the shed, I don't see much of anything really. I mean, if you're, but that doesn't catch my eye immediately. So go in here, you just loot, you're coming right back out. There's no business, no reason for you to even be back here. So let's take a peek and see what it looks like. Say if we were running from here down. Let's see if we can see it. I could bear, it's in there somewhere. Let's go get closer and see. Like, even being right here, it's barely visible. So, brilliant spot. It's not anywhere super cheeky. It's pretty much, like I said, right in the open, but not. But yeah, there you go. Still accessible. Open and shut. Yeah. Plus, you do get a bit of the cover of the bush. If you wanted to come in here and start, you know, digging through your barrel and sorting or doing whatever, you still got the cover of the bush a bit, so I think that's pretty sweet. But there you go. That's the second location for, obviously, a green barrel. You could maybe get away with putting some crates in here as well. I think he did have a minimal crate, 1 or 2 here beside the barrel, but green barrel, definitely your best bet in this stash area. So there's number 2. Alright, our next base location is northeast of the town Graben. This next location is perfect for a solo or duo who wants to do a standalone bush base. Really great location. When I was back on console, I found a standalone base in this area. Thought it was a great area, great location. Looks like it hadn't been touched in months, raiding wise. So I will link the video in the description of that raid I did on a base that is in this location I'm going to show you right now. It's kind of in an area no one ever really goes, so there's no need for anyone to be out here. The only way I found that base on console that I raided in this area is I was lost, to be honest. I think there's a spawn point around here, and I got lost, and I found this base. Like I said, it was loaded. So I will link the video in the description if you want to check out that raid I did like years ago on console. We're northeast of Graben. Graben's down that way. Northeast of Graben, we're going to follow the dirt road out on your map. And at the end of this dirt road, you'll know you're in the right spot because we'll have a caravan right here and a hunter's feed shack, animal feed shack, whatever they call them, at the end of the dirt road. So where we're going to go from here, I'm just going to go up a bit higher here, get position proper. So where we're going to go from the caravan and that shack, the feed shack, is we're just going to go up the hill of this clearing, kind of on an angle. We're going to go up to the very top where the trees start. So this area here, mostly in front of me here, you can see a couple bald spots between the trees. Once we get in there closer, I'll show you kind of where you can get away with building a standalone in here. Lots of trees to use to build a base. But yeah, so caravan there, straight shot to where the trees start. And let's get in a little deeper on this view. It's in this general area where that base was, but I have built here before a standalone, but there's lots of little areas, as you can see, that are kind of cleared from trees. Yeah, so anywhere kind of in this general area, somewhere a little more flat. So there is quite a few places, because I have built in here before, like somewhere like in this. Somewhere like over here even is perfect. just this general area, though. You will find, like I said, many spots, many flat areas, many small. You don't need to make a big fucking kingdom, right? Just enough area to build, you know, a couple of watchtowers back to back and a fence around it or whatever. But there is room to build here. It is on decent terrain. So again, another hidden gem, great for a solo or duo. And if you're into building standalone bush bases, this is your spot. All right, our fourth location is sticking to the same area as our last location. We are still on that dirt road where the caravan and animal feed shack is, out northeast of Graben. So that last location would have been up here, that standalone bush base we wanted to build would be up here. We're on the same dirt road, so we're just going to follow the dirt road as if we're going back towards Graben. You'll know you're going the right way because you'll see this house in the distance. So we just want to run down this dirt road and just want to go left at these tall, thick pines on the left. We want to go down the hill right at these pine trees. If you ever do decide to build in that bush base, which would be up here, just down this hill in these pines is a perfect location that's close to your base to put cars, other storage areas, more barrels, tents, whatever you need. Awesome location right here. Let's take a look at it. So you want to go left at these pines from the dirt road. It's going to be all of these pines here. Not so much this first half. It's kind of, I don't know, not as bushy, I guess. But you want to go probably just past here is where you'll find way better cover, a lot more camouflage, a lot more thickness of brush to really hide those cars and whatever else you want to stash in this area. Left at these thick pines right about here. So we're going to bypass the first half going downhill of these trees. I'm not really into them. They're not as plentiful as these ones down here. So about when this clearing starts, these trees here, perfect. Any kind of thick pines like this on Livonia, I love. Great places for cars, barrels, anything. I put a canopy tent down here with a camo net on it, never been touched. So anywhere, all in here. You possibly could get away with doing a small little, I don't know, 5-6 wall base down here too, in the little bit of clearing you do have. I've never done it before, but I just put down a couple tents with camo nets. You know, you got lots of room. You can do like a little stone oven if you want to keep warm and cook food. Yeah, we've hidden M3s in here that haven't been found, and those are pretty hard to hide. But yeah, another great location. I think never had any issues here. And again, any of these thick kind of pines are always tops on my list for stashing or hiding stuff away. So let's move on to the next one. Next on the list, we have the small village southeast on the map called Kanapki. This is a really great and probably one of my favorite locations if you're playing with a larger group in DayZ. You can make this place really special if you have enough dedicated people to kind of take over this entire village, which me and my group have done. Couple features of Kanapki is we do have a water well here, which is awesome, just right here. We do have a market, hunting market. We do have a medical. And in wintertime, when they have the Christmas event and the Christmas trees with all the presents under it, this yard right here has a Christmas tree spawn with presents in it. So super dope, super convenient. I love it. Another great feature about Kanapki is as you can see, it all has pre-existing fencing around it. So to be able to secure this entire village from people not getting in and out and kind of barricading yourself in the village, which is doable, you can work off that pre-existing fence and totally put this place on lockdown, which with a lot of hard work can be done because we have done it. Another feature is just right here will be a military convoy that spawns, so that's awesome. Down this road this way is a quick little run to Geralto. Straight down this road is a quick run to Dalnick and Kulno. Lots of heli spawns around here, which is great as well. Lots of wildlife. You do get bear and wolf spawns around here, so the food does come to you, which is good. Can be a bit of a pain in the butt coming and going out of town because there is so much wildlife, but again, it's a great food source, so you don't have to go far for the food. Yeah, so building with a large group, many buildings you can build in. There's little garages for cars. You got everything you need: water, medical, hunting, food's coming to you, towns are closed, heli spawns. So just an example of what we did here with our group. One of my friends in our group built, I think he got about 9 or 6 gates in this yellow brick house, or the, sorry, 2-story yellow. Does have a pre-existing fence around it, which he definitely utilized and built something super special in here. It was pretty dope. We had another friend just build something simple and easy in this red house. We had someone also build just something quick and easy in this little log, this little small gray guy. Me and my brother built in this building here. We got about 5 or 6 gates inside. We had someone build in the piano house, which was awesome. We had tons of vehicles in this long gray garage that we stored most of our vehicles, again with the pre-existing fence around it, which we definitely used to our advantage to keep this yard secure. We had one guy build a little solo car storage area in this garage. One of our friends built in this house, utilizing that garage, has fencing all around it, which he used to his advantage again. We had one guy build right here, which was pretty sweet. Again, all fenced in. And yeah, so needless to say, we fucking owned this town. And it was a lot of hard work, but we made it so secure. We had like gates in the middle of the road here so people couldn't drive their vehicles through town, because like I said, it is all fenced in. The only way they can get in town with this vehicle is on this one main road, and if we block it off, they got to get out of their car and roam the village on foot, which is exactly what we wanted. So we blocked off this road for no vehicles, and we blocked off the start of this road as well for no vehicles. So guys have to get out of their car, they're on foot. Perfect for us. Exactly what we wanted. So yeah, Konopki, let's go on foot and we'll get into this town a little bit more and see what it's all about. All right, here we are at the start of town of Konopki. On foot here, we're just gonna run through. Again, we have the water and the hunting and the medical here. I just did a little mock kind of build to show you guys a bit of a vision if you ever decided to kind of take over this town and build in this town. This is where I built with my brother. I'll show you some cheeky kind of builds or great ideas for the build. So here's my example here. We'll get into it a little bit deeper once we get to all the different layers of the build. Okay, so I didn't really do much in this garage. Last time I built here, I kind of blocked all these, it's built a little different outside, so I blocked all these garage doors, I blocked these back doors, kind of made this like a, just a little fronty area, so it looked all blocked off, so if someone were to raid it, there was nothing inside at all. It was more just blocked off to prevent people from cutting through and, you know, trying to get closer into our yard. So this was completely blocked off, only accessed by this one garage door that had a lock on it. The rest were built up with no entries. Same with the back, no entry or exits. I had this all blocked off. The yard was all blocked. But yeah, so I had something similar like this in the front. So camo net here would be your gate. Okay, so it's a little bit of a layered entrance for the extra security. You got barbed wire on the tops and bottoms of everything. You can get barbed wire on the top of this fence. I just couldn't do it this time, but it is possible with this kind of a layout. So we have all that. We have our door here. We're going to go in. You can still access kind of behind these. Do what you got to do. Have this little gap, but you can't get in there. You can't jump this either, so that I know for sure. This obviously going to be another gate. All right. Coming in here, for something like this, I do like a stone oven in here, so you're kind of secure and safe when you're cooking. A stone oven I find lasts a really long time, and you can put it almost in every building. You can't put it in this building, so that's why I put it at the bottom of the watchtower. I find it works well, and I don't really have to leave my base to go cook. I'd have like a barrel or crate beside the fireplace with all my wood and paper, lighters and stuff to get a fire going. We'll show you the inside first. So right when you come in, you could do a gate right here. I think I got 6 gates in here when I set it up, but it's your first one. Okay, nice and easy. I obviously have this blocking that window behind there, so that's always good. You have this back room here, which I blocked off the window here. This you can make barrels, you can put crates in here, a small tent does fit in here. The only problem with this, no matter how you kind of set up this fence, you can't access this back room because the fence is always blocking, which is no big deal for me, but it's another great little storage area. You come upstairs, you can get another gate up here before going up the stairs. I'd like to put this in to block the window. I make it a gate, so if I hear something outside, I can come open this, kind of take a peek, see if anyone's out back, take a couple shots if I need, and then close it up again. So we're not completely blocked in and completely defenseless. Well, inside the base, we still have some little cheeky areas we can still come out and take some shots at people if they're roaming in the back. You can get another gate in here, kind of diagonal. And another one probably right here. You can get at least 3 more gates in here. And not including the one by the top of the steps here. I like to put just something easy. I don't want to block this whole window because if I do hear something outside, it's easy enough just to take this down. And again, I got a little bit of room to kind of peek, be nosy, take shots if I need. Is anyone coming in the yard? Blah, blah, blah. So again, we're not totally defenseless when it comes to when we're in the base. We have some options for defending ourselves. So that's the inside, kind of just a mock, kind of do-up of a vision that I would do or something similar I've done. We got the 3-story watchtower. We just have camo net here. So again, if we hear someone rolling up, it's easy enough just to take the camo net off and shoot from the watchtower, or you can just stand here and kind of not really be seen and just listen around, look around, see if you hear anything, see anyone. Coming up to the 3rd floor now. We're going to do camo net on this side. Got a little cheeky area you can kind of peek here. Camo net again over here for this back end if anyone's on the sides. Anyone trying to mess with this garage if you decide to put vehicles in it. You're pretty secure there. And the cool part about this build is, and this is how I built last time I was in Canopy, was you come to the edge here and get closer. Boom. You're up on the roof. So this is why I do the watchtower, so I can get on this roof. I realized up here that you can actually, if you get your fence kits just right, build on these 2 roofs, which I never knew until I actually built here in this town. So awesome. You can just jump up from the watchtower, run back here, and you are safe. So all blocked in. Again, very minimal areas these people can try to shoot you from. No big deal for me if they're trying to shoot through that little thing. Got something like this up here, so if there is people in the back, you can kind of get up here with your gun, take a few shots, you know, get down. Here would be a gate. You open that to access this roof now. So I didn't complete this roof, but I'm just doing a small giving you a little idea of maybe something you could try or want to try. This is just a little mock-up. Yeah, gate on the roof. So this is all secure. So when you do come out of here, you're not getting friggin' shot at. You're somewhat safe. There's that little crack there, but you're just going to quickly run through. Close that gate again. So these walls, you can build all along this building with walls if you want to. All along the edge of it. You can make some of these into gates so you can be on the roof and just, you know, swing it open, take some shots and close it again. You can put platforms on here and get up top and just kind of snipe people from up here and then get down. But you're pretty secure up here. Like I said, you can extend this as far as you want on the ledge. Back here, same kind of deal. You can block this. So you could either block it, put another wall there with barbed wire, so if they go up the ladder, they get all cut up. And even if they do glitch, I don't know if it's still a thing when you're up on a ladder and there's a gate in front, that you just end up finishing the animation of going up the ladder and like almost glitching through the wall. So I don't know if that's still a thing. We could probably test that actually on the next video, but yeah, you could do this straight across if you want with just barbed wire, if you don't want to make this accessible to players like your group and just block it off for enemies. What I did back here before, I also like just blocked off this ladder from the bottom too. So I just put like watchtowers and then like a layer of fence all around the watchtower so people couldn't access this ladder. I made it as hard as possible for people to destroy shit back here and get on the roofs. But yeah, so that was just kind of a mini build of things you can do with this space. It was one of my favorite building spots. And yeah, there's lots you can do here. If you have, you know, enough people to kind of take it over, but you got a great view of most of the town here, which is also super dope. And yeah, so there you go. This is Knopke. Just a little vision board here of what you can do and what is possible. And yeah, this is pretty neat. When I realized I could build on these roofs, it changed my whole building perspective for this area. But there you go. This is Knopke, and that was number 5 on our list, and we'll move on to the next one. Alright guys, this is our 6th and final stash or build spot on Livonia. Diane's picks. Number 6, this is just west of Dulnik, kind of near the edge of the map. So just look on your map on Livonia or I Survive and you find this location on the map. So west of Dulnik, edge of the map. You can see this location, a little bit of military loot. You got a garage here. All that fun stuff. So you want to look for a place like this, or for this place. Once you do, you want to go out of this gate. You want to come around to this feed shack. So come to this feed shack. We're going to wrap behind the feed shack and follow this kind of valley. So we're just going to push. So we're pushing south right now. So south from that little feed shack and compound. Keep going. You're kind of in this little valley, just through the trees, straight ahead, straight back from that feed shack. I'm going to keep going until we hit this area. Ta-da! So, we'll get a little better visual for you guys. So, edge of the map's right there, which is fine, but right down in here. Great location, great terrain. Just north of here is Swareg Military. You have Polona close, and you have the bunker and whatnot. So we're kind of on that western side of the map-ish. But yeah, great location for standalone. Kind of tucked away in this little keyhole. It kind of comes in and then circles around. I have done a run on the edge of the map before past this location, and because it's kind of so far back and kind of tucked away because it is in this keyhole shape, you are pretty well hidden from anyone who's just doing a little edge of the map run and just tucking in the bushes a couple feet. So you're pretty low key in here because you are so far back, and you do have this little, see how it curves around, so a little more hidden on this side, those trees in the way. And yeah, I don't know, I think it's a great base location. We found a base here before and it was really well built, and yeah, we hardly come over to this side of the map, to be honest. This was before the bunker was introduced, so with the bunker being introduced now on Livonia, there might be a bit more foot traffic because it is in this vicinity of the map, but it's worth building here just for shits and giggles, because again, great terrain, tucked away, kind of in the middle of nowhere, close to militaries, close to Polana, and yeah, just a cool little spot that I've found and that I've seen a couple other bases in, but I do enjoy the spot. It's nice and cozy. Alright you guys, that's going to be it for today's video on Diane's favorite stash and base locations on Livonia. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it gave you guys a better idea, or gave you some ideas on places you'd like to build or like to stash some stuff on Livonia. But thank you again for watching. Do like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, more testing videos, more base location videos, and all that fun stuff. Don't forget, I will be linking the base raid video back on my day on console, where I found that standalone bush base that I showed you guys earlier in the video. That was pretty neat, so I'll link that in the description for you guys to check out. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we will be back for another one soon. I got a couple new video ideas I'd like to do and get through, so look out for those. And thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.